Hi, welcome to this installment of the Retire Happy Money Minute. Today I want to talk to you about alternative investing. Been getting more and more calls from clients and reading more in the mainstream press about alternatives, and it makes sense, right? There's been a lot of volatility lately, stocks, bonds, the more conventional types of investments have been showing tremendous amount of fluctuation, and so people are looking for investment ideas just beyond the more common stocks, bonds, mutual funds, and that sort of thing. So the first question you have to ask yourself are, what are alts or alternative investments? These are things that are not the stock market. So that's a pretty big world. It can be collectibles like art or antiques. Real estate investment trusts are alternative investments. Hedge funds, commodity funds, startups, cryptocurrencies, renewable energy. There's all kinds of options in the alternative investment world. The things to watch out for when you're looking at alternatives are a variety of little things you got to keep an eye out for, because a lot of the alternative investments, they're just not regulated like stocks and the stock market and that sort of thing. So you can find or become victimized by scams. So the first and most important thing is, if you're going to invest, ask a lot of questions. Make sure you really understand, and the first and foremost important thing that you need to understand is, how do I get my money back? What is it going to take? Do we have to sell? Do we have to go public? Do I have to find a buyer? Where's my money going to come back to me? There was an old saying that the most important thing in any investment is the return of my money as opposed to the return on my money. Because in the alternative space, just like in mainstream investing space, you're going to see people making promises. And some of those promises can be very, very sexy. Big returns. And it's a space where huge fortunes have been made. You've probably heard about hedge funds, and I know a few hedge fund managers, and they're quite wealthy. And some of their clients are too. But the devil, as they say, is always in the details. So first and foremost, what is it going to cost me to get in? What are the expenses on this investment? Somebody's going to be making money out there. Like I said, how do I get out? Who's getting paid? Who's keeping an eye on my money? And what are the prospects? You have to understand the structure, the expenses in that structure. What is the business plan that's going to unlock those great returns? So if you have a systematic and detailed approach, you can find some outstanding investments in the alternative space. But you can also find a lot of garbage. So I recommend that if you're considering alternatives, not only do you do your own homework, but work with an advisor or somebody who is familiar with these types of investments to really unlock the value and minimize your risk exposure. If you do, you might find some real gems out there, and these can really help on your way to a happy retirement. Take care.